Hello, my name is Jay, and I am a psychology major with a minor in forensic psychology. We'll get into that in a sec. For now, it's nice to meet y'all. Alright, so I live in Bigsby, as shown by the Bigsby Spartans logo there. I went to the Bigsby school programs for all of my uh, general education, elementary to high school. And just to have another reminder that I'm an Oklahoman. In the bottom left is the Oklahoma state flag. It is slightly modified, and that is because I drew that and marched with it in the Pride Parade as part of an advocacy program. In the middle is my first day at TCC, the college I went to right before this, and I entered as a biology major. Where did that go wrong? Well, let's talk about it. So I've always had an interest in mental health. On the left, the pipe cleaner spelling bipolar. That's part of a project that I did as the last thing ever in my high school education. I was in a biomed program, and we were given free range to do a project over anything health related. I was researching medicinal glue, like trying to make a new one, ran out of time. So instead, I decided to do a project over mental health. And I basically just talked about what bipolar personality disorder, dissociative identity disorder, and schizophrenia were, just like spreading awareness. On the right is the last assignment I've ever done in MLA format, thank goodness, for Composition 2 class. That was my final. We read a play, I forget what it's called, but Dionysus was in it. And I took a character and I talked about how they were manipulative, and then I did some real life examples of manipulation with some political figures, because that is also where my interest in law comes from. As this is an intro video, I won't get too into it because no heavy topics, but I do hope to make some necessary legal changes. All right, also time on the clock. I graduate after the semester. So yeah, once I graduate, I've already applied to some graduate colleges, hoping I get in them, master's counseling programs. Eventually, I will go back into a PhD in clinical psychology, but for now, I want to break from school. And as I say that, I do plan on becoming an adjunct once I get my bachelor's and still when I have a master's. So we'll see how long I actually stay out of school. Interests. So I put some media that I enjoy just in the background, kind of hidden. If you like it too, let me know. But what's not so well hidden is the pit, and that is because I still have a very deep medical interest. I wanted to become a cardiologist for most of my life and do cardiac surgery. So the pit has been an awesome show to watch. It just details what life is like in the emergency room. Now, that little chocolate mass there, that is a muffin in a mug. I love to bake, and I recently learned that you can bake with a microwave. So that is something I made. I eat it for breakfast now sometimes, and I also mash up some eggs. Below the pit is Left 4 Dead 2, my favorite game. That is mostly what I do with my friends. Just play some video games with them because we're all kind of spread apart throughout the states or further. On the right is me with a trombone and a broken wrist, but we're going to ignore that. I know how to play 3 instruments, trombone, baritone, and I'm learning to read treble clef for trumpet, but I can, functionally use a trumpet. Also wanting to learn to play guitar, but that's even further away. On the left is another skill I'm learning. I'm learning how to draw. Those are just some simple sketches. I'm working on shading now. I'm not good. That is still my skill level, but we're getting there. And at the very bottom are a bunch of chains. I love to make necklaces and bracelets, give them out to people. I don't have any finished projects on me, but that can definitely make one. And I like to edit videos. And as for the class, I didn't really know what would be considered myths of psychology, but after doing a few quick glimpses through the textbook, I'm very excited to see what common knowledge may not actually be true at all. But yeah, to my group partners, happy to work with you all, excited that we already have our topics. And for everyone else, have a great semester.